All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Mayong buntag Cluster 1 and Cluster 3. Welcome to the opening program of the week-long cluster training of teachers on Learning Management System or LMS. Thank you very much for waking up early to participate in this week-long event. All right, of course, just like any other DepEd seminars, you are all enjoined to register in our morning attendance. We are expecting not less than 1,500 teachers coming from Cluster 1 and Cluster 3. The AM attendance, my dear friends, will now be flashed on your screen. All right, so take note, guys, that we will be recognizing the top 5 watch advocates. The first to register in our morning attendance will receive a home prepaid Wi-Fi, courtesy of our dear school heads here in our cluster. Our daily AM and PM watch advocates will also receive e-certificates of recognition. So please be reminded also that our AM attendance will close at 10 o'clock in the morning. So you still have 55 minutes, mga kaibigan, para makapag-register sa ating AM attendance. All right. Aside from our teacher participants, we would like to greet a good morning to all our education leaders in the division of Davao City, headed of course by our very active schools division superintendent, Dr. Reynaldo M. Diliena, SESO 5. Our ASDS, we have Dr. Basilio P. Manaay Jr., ASDS, Dr. Emma Camporedondo, our CID Chief, Dr. Alma Cifra, SGOD Chief, Dr. Teresita Del Valle, and of course, our dear cluster head, our PSDS for clusters 1 and 3, Dr. Winifredo E. Cagape, and all school heads of clusters 1 and 3. Maayong buntag kaninyong tanan. My dear friends, I would like to inform you that the assigned training manager for day 1 of this CO or CTOT is our dear Principal 4 of Davao City National High School. We have Ma'am Evelyn E. Magno. So mamaya mga kaibigan, makakasama po natin si Ma'am Magno on screen. Ayan. Ang Davao City National High School po ang naatasan para sa MOL or Management of Learning sa araw na ito. Alright, so at this juncture, let us all pay respect to our national flag as we sing the Philippine National Anthem, and this will be followed by the opening.
Nanalangin para Pupunta ng simbahan kasama ang pamilya, walang ibang iniisip kundi ikaw lamang. Panginoon, salamat sa lahat. Ang awit kong ito'y alay sa iyo. Panginoon, sandigan ko, minamahal at sinasamba kita.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alamin. Rahmanirrahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Ihdinas siratal mustaqim. Siratal ladina an'amta alaihim. Ghairil maghdubi alaihim waladdallin. Amin.
Ama namin sumasalangit ka. Sinasamba namin ang ngalan mo. Ikaw ang dahilan kung bakit kami ay lumalaban. Hinahangad namin ang kapayapaan ng lahat. Ang pagkakaisa ng bawat tao, tulong-tulong sa bawat laban. Gabayan niyo ang aming kinikilos. Kami patawarin mo sa mga salang ginawa ng sangkatauhan. Hinihingi ang iyong pagmamahal at karunungan. O Diyos Jesucristo na makapangyarihan, sa ngalan ng Ama, Anak, Espiritu Santo. Amen.
Lumalaban sa problema na aming nadadatnan, ngunit Panginoon, nandyan ka sa aming tabi, umarawan o gumabi. Panginoon, salamat sa lahat. Ang awit kong ito'y alay sa iyo. Panginoon, sandigan ko, minamahal at sinasamba kita. Panginoon, salamat sa lahat. Ang awit kong ito'y alay sa iyo. Panginoon, sandigan ko, minamahal at sinasamba kita.
At ating PSDS, Dr. Winifredo E. Cagape. Alright, so don't forget mga kaibigan to register in our AM attendance. Andito na po yung ating attendance link. Huwag pong kalimutan, deped.in/HLNGBKR. So, pinaabtik mga higala. Alright, so again, don't forget to register. Andyan na po ang ating morning attendance link. We will be giving home prepaid Wi-Fi to the top AM watch advocates, and the top 2, 3, 4, and 5 will receive later. I-announce namin kung anong matatanggap ng ating mga watch advocates. All right, so at this point, we will be joined on screen by our very active Public Schools District Supervisor of Clusters 1 and 3, Dr. Winifredo E. Cagape, for the presentation of the Training Management Team. Sir Fred, good morning!
Good morning, Jade. Okay, everyone. A pleasant morning to everyone. Thank you for watching this cluster-wide training on learning management system for cluster 1 and 3. So, mayang buntag sa tanan, tanaw karon mga teachers. And I know 1,500 teachers are watching right now sa ato ang training on learning management system. At this point, I have the honor to present to you the team, the people behind the success of this 5D COT clusters training for teachers for cluster 1 and 3. For Cluster 1, we have Evelyn S. Magno, Principal 4 of Davao City National High School.
Ayan, so later po, babalikan natin ang ating PSDS, Dr. Winifredo E. Cagape. Alright, so this training po ay binubuo ng lahat ng mga school heads of Cluster 1 and Cluster 3. And of course, we have also identified some teachers to become members of the technical working group. So, ngayon po, muling ipapakilala ng ating PSDS ang bumubuo ng ating training management team. Sir Fred, kamusta?
Okay, Jed. Kumusta kayong lahat dyan na nanonood sa iyong mga welcome to our cluster-wide training on learning management system. Lahat ng teachers ng Cluster 1 at saka Cluster 3. Now, I have the honor to present to you the people behind the success of this training. And I know very successful tayo because everybody is working on this. First, Ma'am Evelyn E. Magno, Principal 4 of Davao City National High School. Siya po ang ating training manager for Monday. So lahat ng teachers, I know, talagang susuporta kay Ma'am Magno. Of course, nandito naman si Ma'am Josephine Basilio, Assistant Principal 2 ng E. Ramos National High School. Kayo taga E. Ramos dyan, so suporta kayo sa inyong principal si Ma'am Basilio. Of course, ang ating Principal 2 ng Erico T. Nograles National High School, Ma'am Jocelyn Osima Franca. Good morning, Ma'am. Of course, Mr. Rolando Capol, Juris D. Principal 2 of F. Bangoy National High School. Ma'am Shirley Elizabeth N. Jacobe, Principal 1 of Leon Garcia Sr. National High School. Kaway-kaway kayo dyan, mga teachers ng Leon Garcia. I know everybody is watching right now. Of course, Dr. Reuel A. Alvarez, Principal 4 of Santa Ana National High School. Ang daming mga teachers sa Santa Ana. 350 teachers will be supporting Dr. Reuel Alvarez. Engineer Redolo Morales, Principal 2 ng Vicenta Nograles National High School. Kaway-kaway kayo lahat mga teachers ng Nograles High School. Of course, si Yuri Giovanni Yucolita, officer in charge ng ating City High Madapo Annex. Lahat dyan sa Madapo Annex, mga estudyante, mga teachers, kaway-kaway kayo dyan. For Cluster 3, of course, pinangunahan ngayon ni Ma'am Roth Irofano, Teacher 3, School in Charge of Acacia National High School. Ma'am Marebet V. Alcordo, Principal 1, Bernardo Carpio, National High School. Dr. Liberty R. Arellano, Principal 3 of Cabantian National High School. Of course, kasali kanyang ESP2 ng Senior High. Ma'am Janet C. Musa, Assistant Principal 2 ng Comunal National High School. Lahat ng communal teachers, kaway-kaway dyan. Dr. Roberto R. Binag, School Head of Gregorio Tajo Senior National High School. Dr. Romeo Iticar, Teacher 6, School Head of Pablo Lorenzo National High School. Of course, Charlie B. Polma, Principal 2 of TV Fernandez National High School. Sawaan, Of course, si Dr. Araceli Arellano, school head ng Mujang High School. Annex ito ng TV Fernandez. Thank you very much, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Si Ma'am Maria Ligaya R. Romero, Principal 1 of Pilar Rodriguez Integrated School. Annex ito ng Bernardo Carpio High School. So, Management Committee, Cluster Training of Teachers on the Learning Management System. The overall Executive Committee, of course, yours truly, Dr. Kagapi. Members, all school heads that I mentioned a while ago. Cluster staff, of course, Jamaico Simagayo, Class Clerigo, and Ismail Baog. Program Flow in charge, Jed I. Bitti. Secretariat, Chairperson, Maricel Bernal. Members, Chris Camel Kimno, Paulo M. Elaco, Clifford Eran, Emir Arvin Rasgo. Of course, huwag kalimutan si Jicoy Fernandez. Streaming Committee, Chairperson, Eugene Bidorado. Members, Early Inotarte. Nasabi ko na, Jose Carlos Fernandez at saka si Lope Baswell of City High. Prizes and Awards Committee, Chairperson, Shirley Elizabeth in Jacobe. Members, selected teachers of Leon Garcia National High School. Physical Arrangement Committee, of course, Chairperson, the very active Mrs. Evelyn E. Magno. Members, Mon Ladica, Rogers Azares, Abel Percival Silao, and Lope Baswell. Daily Training Managers, for Monday, today, Evelyn E. Magno of Davao City National High School. Tuesday, Rolando R. Capol of F. Bangoy National High School. Wednesday, Marimit Alcordo of Bernardo Carpio National High School. Thursday, Liberty Arellano of Cabantian National High School. Friday, Dr. Raywell Alvarez of Santa Ana National High School. For training evaluation, headed by the chairperson, Mrs. Roth Rofano. Members, Sherwin Fortagalisa, Jamaico Magayo, Kaski Clerigo, and Ismail Bao. Activity completion report, chairperson, Janet Mosa, and selected members, teachers of Comunal National High School. Video documentation on cam, chairperson, of course, the very active Mark Narito. Members, John Rip Akyatan and Moon Ladika. Food Committee, chairperson, Josephine Basilio. Member, Roth Rofano. So yan lang po. Thank you very much. So I hope you will really get a lot of things this 5-day training for teachers on LMS. Thank you and a pleasant morning to everyone.
All right, thank you so much. Our PSDS of Clusters 1 and 3, Dr. Winifredo E. Cagape. Standby po muna tayo, sir, para po mamaya together with our guests. And of course, aside from our training management team, I would like also to acknowledge yung mga makakasama kong mga host para sa ating daily sessions. We have Ma'am Christine Joy Cabahog. We have also Clyde Saludar, Ma'am Christine Reyes, and Ma'am Maureen Ava Acuña. All right, so at this point, okay, after the presentation of our training management team, let us now welcome on screen our training manager for this day 1 of our cluster rollout, our dear Principal 4 of Davao City National High School, Ma'am Evelyn E. Magno, to introduce and present our participants. Hi, Ma'am Evelyn. Good morning.
Hello, Jed. Good morning. Good morning to all teachers of clusters 1 and 2. This morning, it is my pride and joy to present the number of participants of clusters 1 and 2 from Davao City. participants under the leadership of your participants. Assistant for National High School with 71 participants, with Mrs. Shirley Elizabeth Jacobe, Assistant Principal 2. Erico Nograles National High School with 45 participants, with Mrs. Jocelyn Simafranca, Principal 2. From Vicenta Nograles National High School with 39 participants, under the leadership of Engineer Redelon Morales, Principal 2. From Santa Ana National High School with 299 teaching personnel, under the leadership of Dr. Riuel Alvarez, Principal 4. We have the one participant. From Bernardo Carpio National High School with 136 participants, with Mrs. From Gorgonio Tahoe Assistant Principal 2. From Cabantian National High School with 100 participants, under the leadership of Dr. Liberty Arellano, Principal 3. From Comunal National High School with 12 participants, under the leadership of Janet Mosa, Assistant Principal 2. From Mujang High School with 6 participants, with Dr. Araceli Arellano, Head Teacher 1. From TV Fernandez National High School with 49 participants, with Charlie Pulma, Principal 2. From Waan National High School with 14 participants, Pablo Lorenzo, under the leadership of Dr. Romeo Ticar, Head Teacher 6. From participants, under Miss Ruth Rufano, Teacher 3. And from our Madapo campus, the Davao City National High School Madapo campus, under the leadership of Mr. Yuri Colita, with 28 participants. At for this training, learning, management system from day 1 up to day 5. So good luck, and we are hoping for all teachers to be ready for the opening of school year 2020-21 under the new normal. Thank you so much and good morning.
Ayan, thank you so much, Ma'am Evelyn E. Magno, for the presentation of participants. All right, so as mentioned, we are expecting not less than 1,500 teacher participants. And we would like to invite our colleagues in cluster 1 and 3 to post your webinar selfies in your Facebook accounts using our hashtags Sulong Edukalidad and hashtag Abante Clusters 1 and 3. All right, so huwag kalimutan, hashtag Sulong Edukalidad at hashtag Abante Clusters 1 and 3. Sa punto pong ito, mga kaibigan, muli nating makakasama on screen ang ating PSDS, ang ating Overall Training Manager. Walang iba kundi si Dr. Winifredo E. Cagape para sa kanyang welcome address. Good morning again, Sir Fred.
Yes, good morning, Jen. I'm back.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
Okay. My salute and respect to our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Reynaldo M. Giliena, CISO 5, our ESDS, Dr. Basilio Manaay Jr., CISE, Ma'am A. Anunciado Campuridondo, CISE, our two chiefs, Dr. Alma Sefra for CID, and Dr. Teresita F. Del Valle for STUD. A pleasant morning to all of you watching right now, to all teachers of clusters 1 and 3, to all principals, To all parents, students watching right now, a pleasant morning. As educators, it has always been our noble calling to ensure that equitable and quality inclusive education is made accessible to our learners. Throughout the years, we at the Department of Education, Division of Davao City, thrive by our mandate to lead, initiate, and execute projects, programs, and activities that are geared for the good welfare of our learners, teachers, and the entire DepEd community. Milestones of our achievements are evident in the number and quality of graduates our department has produced. Excellence, honor, patriotism, and resilience are among the virtues we have collectively upheld to inculcate in them the love and discipline for learning, and to secure an enabling learning environment where they can realize their dreams and aspirations as Filipinos. Education is, was, and will always be a community effort, a pursuit of wisdom and success amidst the pressing realities of our times. The year 2020 has given all of us one of the greatest challenges we all face as a nation. The COVID-19 pandemic has placed a global halt on a huge percentage of our activities and programs. Lockdowns and community quarantines are executed to contain and control the spread of the disease. Consequently, limitation on the conduct of mass gatherings are enforced. News headlines report that the conduct of face-to-face classes is no exception. Pursuant to the mandate of our President, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, there will be no regular face-to-face classes for the entire school year of 2020-2021. The Department of Education, through the leadership of Secretary Leonor Magtulis Briones, fought for every child's constitutional right to education. Online and offline instructions, modular learning, as well as synchronous and asynchronous, a blended learning modalities, and the ingenious modes of learning our department intends to implement this coming school year. With approval and blessing of our President, the aforesaid learning modalities shall be graciously enforced, with the health, safety, and good well-being of the learners are the core of our preparations in the delivery of quality education for all this coming school year. At the times advanced, the challenge brought about by the pandemic must never weigh us down. Looking at the non-conventional circumstances we are subjected to, one realizes that there is a need to take a proactive stance to create and embrace change. This change is in the context of providing education pertains to the establishment of the learning management system. The learning management system is a versatile tool designed to exhibit flexible methods for learning. The LMS is seen as learning platforms where the continuity of the exchange of knowledge across all fields of learning are safeguarded. Furthermore, the LMS shall truly serve as an avenue where the skills and talents of our learners shall be deeply honed. With these changes in our mode and media of delivery of education, I highly encourage all of you, my dear colleagues, to take a leap of faith in the journey we're all in. No one may have prepared better for the surge of educational challenges we face right now. But I assure you that with our God, nothing is impossible. As we place our trust in God, let us remember that we have the primary duty to nurture our children and to provide and fight for their education. To exhaust all possible means to arrive at our collective desire to ensure the continuity of learning is akin to showing and expressing our love and care for our learners. As I welcome all of you to this week-long CITOT on LMS, Cluster Training of Teachers, I would like to express my commendation to my fellow educators who have shown resilience amidst these distressing times. You have initially laid out a thorough, careful, and excellent plan for the conduct of the respective modes of instruction based on the most essential learning competencies prescribed by the Department of Education. But the work, as you see, has only begun. As we embark on our unexpected school year, I urge all teachers to remain passionate and compassionate. Education must continue. Quality education must always remain to be the same for all learners, On one hand, the teachers must never be afraid to embrace technology, to face adjustments that come along the way. On the other hand, the principals must always continue to lead and inspire the educators and to consider glitches, lapses, and to try to fill in the gaps in cases where such exist. This challenge can only be hurdled by the spirit of unity. Working under the Department of Education entails all of which the greatest responsibility of showing a sincere and deep sense of cooperation, courage, and burning zeal to champion the dreams of our learners, the youth, the hope of the nation. Once again, good morning and welcome.
All right, thank you very much, PSDS Kagape, for welcoming our teacher participants. Thank you also for leading this cluster training and for preparing our teachers for the opening of classes. All right, update po mga kaibigan sa ating AM attendance. Right now, meron na pong 1,150 teachers ang nakapag-attendance, nakapag-register sa ating AM attendance link. So meron pa po kayong around 40 minutes or 20 minutes para po makapag-register. Remember that our AM attendance link will close at 10 o'clock in the morning. Alright, so mamaya mga kaibigan, makakasama rin po natin on screen ang ating school's division superintendent. Walang iba po kundi si Dr. Reynaldo M. Iliana. And while waiting for our SDS, inform lamang namin kayo na sa araw na ito, we will be discussing the learning management system. We will discuss the step-by-step process kung paano maka-access, paano i-upload yung mga activities gamit po ang ating learning management system. So we encourage all our teachers, both from Cluster 1 and Cluster 3, to create your own account in your LMS. You may coordinate with your ICT coordinator para po sa inyong LMS account. Alright po, so at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we are very happy because we have with us this morning our very supportive and down-to-earth schools division superintendent of DepEd Davao City Division. Mga kaibigan, wag na po nating patagalin pa. Let us all welcome on screen SDS Reynaldo M. Galiana, CESO 5. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Madayaw
Yes,
na
sir.
temprano
Go ahead, sir.
Kamayo Hurot. Yes. Okay, madayaw na temprano Kamayo Hurot. Okay, as I listened to Dr. Kagapi a while ago, I think everything has been said by the very energetic and dynamic cluster head of Cluster 1 and Cluster 3. And Sir Kagapi, thank you so much for that very important and inspirational message that you gave to all our teachers and school administrators in Cluster 1 and Cluster 3. Okay, this week is a very busy week for all of us as we have these different webinars, meetings, conferences. We also have the dry run for all the different learning modalities. And aside from that, I know that each school, each district, each cluster is doing procurement activities, and that also includes the reproduction of modules. So we are very busy this week. And my message is just a sort of reminder to all of us that though we are very busy, but we should also take care of ourselves. We all know the effect of this pandemic, this coronavirus, and I know that it seems to be that everyone is stressed and pressured. So that is why I am so particular with the well-being of every individual. No more, no less. I want everyone to be healthy. I don't want you to be stressed. I don't want you to be pressured. Just give your best, and if you think that there is a need for you to rest, then do it. Because health is wealth. It is very important to all of us. And as mentioned by Dr. Kagapi, that you have to be passionate and compassionate. Yes, that is one of the attitude that our school administrators and our teachers should possess. But then again, for me, health is very important. So LMS is just one of the tools for us to be able to gain information and at the same time decide as to the best modality that we can offer to our children, this part of Region 11. And I know for sure that with the quality of DepEd personnel that we have in this division, I know that our children are in good hands, and that is with you as very responsible teachers and school administrators of the Department of Education. So congratulations to all of you, and all your efforts in attending this webinar is very much appreciated. I know that this is a manifestation that you want to learn something for you to be able to give the best that you can to your pupils, to your students. So I hope that this webinar that we have today won't be wasted. Maximize your participation, and if there is a need for you to ask questions, then you do it, because I know that we have experts, we have resource persons who would be able to enlighten you as to the inquiries that you will be giving to them. So to Cluster 1 and Cluster 3, congratulations for this webinar. And I hope that you will also focus on the other activities that is given to you. So once again, madayaw na temprano kanato horot. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, SDS Galiana, for gracing our webinar today. Maraming salamat rin po for allowing our teachers in Cluster 1 and 3 to work from home this week para po makapag-focus sa ating webinar. So at this point po, SDS, makakasama natin on screen ang ating PSDS, Dr. Kagape, at ang ating Principal 4, our Day 1 Training Manager, Ma'am Evelyn E. Magno, para po mabigay ng kanilang pasasalamat sa inyo po. So,
Hello,
start
sir.
Okay, Sir Fred.
Okay. Sir Ray, thank you very much for supporting us. Salamat kayo kay nihatod yung business amo to encourage us, because I believe that you are really supporting our endeavor. This is a 5-day training. We make sure that lahat ng teachers ng Cluster 1 and Cluster 3 ay matututo sa lahat ng LMS. Hindi lang just online, kasali doon ang ating modular, at kasali na ito ating radio-based instruction, kasali at atong TV-based instruction. A lot of people are preparing for the 3rd day and 4th day, especially dito sa aming cluster. Gagamit kami ng mga bata na naka-enroll online para sa aming simulation. Wow. Actual talaga, sir. Tapos may mga process observers kami. Kung Mamagno, salamat Mamagno Inahan for allowing us to use your itong ating conference group at our broadcast center for this very important activity for the cluster.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Sir. Here, the response of Ma'am Evelyn Magno. Ma'am Evelyn, go ahead.
Sir, good morning, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for giving encouragement to our participants. And we're trying our best to make sure that we are set for the opening of school year 2020-21, sir, 21 under the new normal condition. So by next week, I would like to inform you, Sir Giliana, that we will be having our dry run in the different modalities, as well as the distribution of our modules and the retrieval of modules. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, bye-bye everyone.
Salamat, sir. Salamat.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, our School Division Superintendent, Dr. Reynaldo M. Galiana, and also to our PSDS, Dr. Winifredo E. Kagape, and Principal 4 of Davao City National High School, Ma'am Evelyn E. Magno. Marami pong salamat sa inyong suporta sa lahat ng mga teachers sa Cluster 1 and Cluster 3. So nabanggit po ni Ma'am Evelyn Magno yung ating magiging dry run. So I'd like to acknowledge also lahat ng ADM self-learning modules, writers, and evaluators. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much sa paglalaan ninyo ng oras para maihanda yung ating mga learning resources para sa ating mga mag-aaral. Alright, so as mentioned earlier, mga kaibigan, this morning we will be focusing on the creation of the learning management system. So later, we have invited one speaker an expert of the LMS, and he will be teaching us how to create the LMS. So magkakaroon po tayo ng discussion, step-by-step procedure ng LMS ay atin pong i-discuss maya-maya. So inaasahan po natin na ang lahat ng mga teachers ng Cluster 1 and Cluster 3 ay meron na pong LMS account para po makapag hands-on tayo mamaya kasi tuturuan tayo paano ba mag-umpisa, ano bang gagawin natin sa LMS at ano ba ang significance nito para sa ating new normal setup. Alright, so para rin po malinaw sa atin ang magiging tunguhin ng ating pagsasanay, makakasama natin ngayon on screen ang school head ng E. Ramos National High School, walang iba kundi si Ma'am Josephine Basilio para sa presentation of training matrix. Hello Ma'am Jo, good morning.
Jed, good morning Sir Jed.
Yes ma'am,
Good
go ahead
morning
ma'am.
everyone. Okay, this is Josephine Basilio, the in charge to tell you what lies ahead this 5-day banquet of clusters 1 and 3. This weekday celebration is lusciously managed by the Public Schools District Supervisor and the clusters 1 and 3 head, Dr. Winifredo E. Cagape. For today's occasion, August 3, 2020, the sumptuous food is prepared for us by no other than the Principal 4 of Davao City National High School, Madam Evelyn E. Magno, hosted by Sir Jed I. Betty. Everyone is advised to pay attention for starting today until Friday. A pinch of attendance link will be squeezed on the air, so make sure to grasp it for it will vanish at 10 a.m. We've just opened the banquet with the national anthem and a prayer through an audiovisual presentation, followed by an appetizer of the presentation of the training management team by our PSTS himself, Dr. Winifredo E. Cagape. Finger foods were also served as the Principal 4, Ma'am Evelyn A. Magno, presented the participants by school per cluster, alongside a chips and dip of welcome from PSDS, Dr. Winifredo E. Cagape. Share your potato chips. As School Division Superintendent, the Energy Man of Davao City Division, Sir Ronaldo M. Gillena, CESO 5, gave his message. Lucky are we because we are graced with our ever-supportive 2nd District Congressman Vincent J. Garcia with his goblet of support for us to drink. Shortly, a platter of house rolls will be served by the school head of Mujiang High School, Dr. Arceli C. Arellano, while the mystery shopper, Sir Charlie B. Pulma, Principal 2 of TV Fernandez National High School, will test our food before it is out in the venue so everyone could have it tasted before 12 noon. And for our main dish, a bowl of getting to know the learning management system, a look into a model LMS will be added on the table by Sir Milanio R. Florino Jr., Master Teacher 1 of Pablo Lorenzo National High School. Afterward, an open forum will be put on for exchanging of ideas on how deliciously dinner is prepared for today. You got to sit back for an hour and enjoy your meal. To check if everybody has eaten, a powder of attendance link is crushed on the air after every lunch. Have a grip of it as it fully disappears at 3 p.m. Back in the room, Ma'am Evelyn A. Magno spearheads this afternoon's activity. Be ready to sing the Makabayan song and dance on the floor to energize yourselves. Then settle for the announcement of the top 5 Day 1 AM Watch Advocates. Moving on, have a taste of a toasted bread distributed as Rogar R. Garcia, Master Teacher 1 of F. Bangoy National High School, and Sir Abel Percival S. Silaw do the return learning experience of the model LMS presentation. A meaty and saucy baked macaroni with cheese topping will be served as open forum is ready. Meanwhile, checking for today until Friday's menu, a daily evaluation link will be provided for you to write down your comments. On Tuesday, August 4, 2020, the second day of gathering, Another mouth-watering food will be prepared for us. The principal too of F. Bangoy National High School, Dr. Rolando Arcapol, will manage the whole day activity to be hosted by Ma'am Christine Joy B. Cabajo. Dr. Capol and his team will prepare a basin half-filled with the management of learning, added with the Makabayan song, topped with prayer, smashed with icebreaker, and finally whipped with insights. The CLMD chief, Ma'am Janet Veloso, will be tossing her highball glass as she delivers her message. Now order an a la carte as PSDS Winifredo E. Cagape gives his introduction on the walkthrough of the most essential learning competencies. After which, fries and coleslaw will do for an hour of two of walkthrough on the most essential learning competencies. For Filipino, we will have the principal two of Leon Garcia National High School, Ma'am Shirley Elizabeth N. Jacobe. For English, we have the principal three of Cabantian National High School, Dr. Liberty R. Arellano. For mathematics, we have the principal one of Bernardo Carpio National High School, Ma'am Maribeth V. Alcordo. And for science, we have Engineer Ridilon S. Morales, principal two of Jacinta Nograles National High School. And for Araling Panlipunan, we have Dr. Roel A. Alvarez, Principal 4 of Santa Ana National High School. And for Edukasyon sa Pagpapakatao, we have Dr. Rolando R. Capol, Principal 2 of F. Bangoy National High School. For MAPE, we have Ma'am Janeth C. Musa, School Head of Comunal National High School. And for TLE-TVL, we have Dr. Romeo E. Ticar, the School Head of Pablo Lorenzo National High School. And for special program for arts and design, we will have Sir Edmond Sopirada. And finally, for research, we will have Dr. Roberto R. Binan. Filled with information on the most essential learning competencies, we will have to freshen up. 8 ounces of watermelon juice will do before our fellowship and be back for the continuation of the walkthrough after the checking of attendance. Plenary session and the singing of Makabayan song, garnished with icebreaker and the announcement of the 5-day 2 a.m. watch advocates. Indulge yourselves in the sweet and dense open forum as cassava cake, pichi-pichi, and sapin-sapin are served. Evaluation link will then be ready, have it filled in for that day. On the third day of this event, August 5, 2020, Ma'am Maribeth V. Alcordo and her team will be preparing a luxurious meal for all of us to be hosted by Sir Clyde Saludar. While waiting for the flavorsome dinner, suman with manga will be on the table as Bernardo Carpio National High School team delivers their management of learning, singing of the Makabayan song, strengthening the group with a prayer, motivating each one of us with an icebreaker and the sharing of insights. We will also be hearing a message from the Education Program Supervisors of Science, Ma'am Faye Genevieve Pasamonte, a lady more important than those in the periodic table, iron, silver, or even gold. Later then, brace yourselves and have with you a slice of cake as you watch our simulators with the process observers. A bottle of water will do as we join the open forum. During the break, lunch will be served. Enjoy your favorite dish as you can choose any of those on the table. You will be back to watch and learn from the simulators and process observers. Have a sip of tea to digest what you see, and do not forget to write down your comments for that day's evaluation. On the fourth day, my dear friends, August 6, 2020, we will have a food trip with Dr. Liberty R. Arellano, Principal 3 of Cabantian National High School and her team, as they prepare a lavish meal for all of us. Have a taste of puto maya and kaping warako as Miss Christine Reyes hosts the event. During this time, Grab the attendance link on the air and scribble your name on it. Remember, early bird catches the modem. Delight yourselves in the served puto bumbong and palitaw, topped with grated coconut and sesame seeds as Dr. Liberty Arellano Teams delivers the MOL, Makabayan song, prayer for the day, icebreaker, and of course, the insights. While getting your share of those desserts, kindly lend your ears to the Education Program Supervisor in English, Ma'am Mayan Humuwad, for her message. Spare some palitaw as Sir Romel Babiera gives us the background of radio-based instruction. Have a full bite of what you have as Ma'am Shirley Elizabeth N. Jacobe, Principal 2 of Leon Garcia National High School, presents the radio-based instruction in the context of their school. Engage with someone to talk to, ask questions, and share what you learned for this day. While waiting for Dr. Eliano's team, who busily prepare for the brisk grilled chicken in town, we will have the planning of classes and suggested modalities, schedules, learning tasks, and learning plans. Probably after that, the best grilled chicken is ready. Have fun then and enjoy your meal, because after an hour of rest, plenary session will take place. You will hear a Makabayan song and an energizer that might cause you a quantum leap. Have a share of a mango pie to awaken you, and listen to the homeroom training of parents by Ma'am Lera Gamutan. Now, aside from checking your lines of defense, be well informed with the mental health and psychological first aid as Nurse Leia Engayo discussed it to us. In addition, Siningaling art-based will be shared to us by Sir Leonidas Jimmy Hisoro. While in an open forum, you may choose either horseradish juice or buko juice to keep your spirit burning. And before emptying your glass, have your evaluation for the day done. Finally, on Friday, August 7, 2020, as this week-long feast ends, we will be brought to a garden where fruits and vegetables are abundant. The Principal 4 of Santa Ana National High School, Dr. Ruel, and his team will give us bundles of seed flowering plants for us to bring home, plant, nurture, and grow with. Ma'am Ava Aconia, the host of the day, will give us all the details about it. We will pit icebergs and romaine lettuce and dip it in an oyster sauce while the group is preparing the MOL, Makabayan song, prayer, and of course the insights. We then have to pay attention as the Assistant Schools Division Superintendent, Ma'am Emma A. Camporedondo, gives her message. At the end of the day, toast your glasses of wine for good health like we do in a wedding. Be inspired with Dr. Robert R. Binag, School Head of Orguño Tahoe Senior National High School, as he will show us best practices of Cluster 1 and 3 in fighting COVID-19. Before we pick the bundles, ways forward will be taken by Sir Jamaico C. Magayo. Keep safe, everyone. Remember Hippocrates, the founder of medicine, once said, "Let food be thy medicine, and let medicine be thy food." Good morning, and thank you very much for listening.
Ayan, thank you so much, Ma'am Jo, sa inyong nakakagutom na presentation. Indeed, a very creative and mouth-watering presentation, Ma'am Jo. First time ko pong nakarinig ng presentation ng training matrix na makagutom jud, ma'am. If you want to see the comments mula sa ating mga live viewers, almost everybody naka-feel ng gutom, Ma'am Jo. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Okay, welcome, sir.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, our cluster training is unique because we have added some twist, especially during the simulation of the LMS or the learning management system. As mentioned po kanina by our dear PSDS and cluster head, Dr. Kagape, this time po, we will be involving our actual learners, yung totoong mga estudyante po talaga sa ating LMS. So, iba po ito during our RTOT and DTOT. Kasi po sa DTOT and RTOT, ang teacher po ang siyang nag-act as learner. But this time in our cluster rollout on LMS, we will be involving our learners. So we are expecting 10 to 15 learners per learning area. All right, so we will also inform you or discuss with you the step-by-step procedures. Kasi marami pa po sa mga kasamahan natin sa Cluster 1 and Cluster 3 ang medyo marami pa rin pong katanungan until now kung paano ba sisimulan itong LMS or Learning Management System. All right, but before we proceed to that, ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome this time on screen the school head of Acacia National High School, Ma'am Ruth Rufano, for some reminders about our training evaluation. Good morning, Ma'am Ruth. Go ahead, ma'am.
I am Mrs. Ruth A. Rufano, school head of Acacia National High School, given the task of evaluation for cluster training on learning management system today. And there are 15 concerns or areas to consider. Number 1, check your email address. Number 2, just click your cluster number. For number 3, click also the name of your school. For number 4, the curriculum level, whether you are junior high school or senior high school. For number 5, the objectives of the training. That is why you really need to participate or listen well. Number 6, your participation really encouraged. Number 7, the relevance of the topic. The number 8, the content of the training. The number 9, the usefulness of the training in our work or in the field of teaching. Number 10, the topics to be delivered by the different trainers. Number 11, the preparedness of the trainers on their different topics. For number 12, of course, the objectives of the training. For number 13, the sufficiency of the time given. Number 14, the online broadcast, whether it is stable. Number 15, of course, you are given also the chance to give your suggestion. So once again, teachers of clusters 1 and 3, you're encouraged to participate well so that during evaluation time, you can really answer. God bless, and once again, good morning.
All right, thank you very much, ma'am. Just to reiterate po, our evaluation link will be posted this afternoon before we
Yes,
end
sir.
our day session. All right. So
Yes,
we would
sir,
like to invite everyone, all our participants from clusters 1 and 3, not to forget to fill up the evaluation because it is a requirement.
Yes, sir.
Aside from the fact that we need this to continuously improve our training, you need also to fill up our evaluation daily because this is a requirement for your certificate of participation. All right, once again,
Exactly.
thank you so much,
Correct,
Ma'am
sir.
Ruth. So makakasama
Okay, sir.
po natin kayo every day because we will be giving your daily updates on our evaluation. Again, thank you so much and good morning po sa inyo, Ma'am Ruth. All right, mga kaibigan, this time we need also to be guided with the different house rules. Ano po ang dapat gawin natin while watching our webinar sessions? So, sa punto pong ito, makakasama po natin si Ma'am Arceli Arellano, ang school head ng Mudyang High School para sa ating house rules. All right? So, ready po ba, Ma'am Arceli? Alright, just like any other ordinary seminar, meron din po tayo mga house rules. Anong oras ba dapat mag-umpisa? Ano ba ang dapat ipopost natin sa social media? Ay, by the way, we would like again to encourage our teacher participants to post your webinar selfies using our hashtag #sulungedukalidad at #AbanteClusters1 and 3. So wag po kayong mahiya. Just post it in your Facebook. Kung meron kayong Twitter, Instagram, you may post it also there. And don't forget to use our official hashtags. All right, so at this point, makakasama natin ang school head ng Mudyang High School para sa ating house rules. Ma'am Arceli Arellano. Ma'am, good morning. Ma'am, may... Okay, babalikan po natin mamaya si Ma'am Arceli po. May problema lamang po sa kanyang audio. So again, we would like to remind everybody on the importance of our evaluation link and our house rules as well. So sa punto pong ito, babalikan po natin si Ma'am Arceli para sa ating house rules. Ma'am, take it away.
Good morning, sir. Hello, and a pleasant morning to all the fellow educators of the Davao City Division. Welcome to the synchronized LMS of the clusters 1 and 3 under PSDS Dr. Winifredo Ikagabi. I am Dr. Arcelis Aureliano, the school head of Mujang High School, and I am tasked to give the house rules for this 5-day activity from August 3 up to 7, 2020. Please enjoy watching the video on house rules. Thank you na lang. Thank you, and may all God bless you.
House rules po. If you have questions and clarifications, ladies and gentlemen, mga kaibigan natin, fellow teachers of clusters 1 and 3, you may post your questions and clarifications in our Padlet. So we will be flashing right now our Padlet link for your questions and clarifications. So these questions will be answered during our open forum later. So huwag niyo pong kalimutan our Padlet link. Andyan na po sa inyong mga screen if you have questions, suggestions, and other clarifications. All right. So at this point, ladies and gentlemen, we will now watch the AV presentation of Sir Charlie Pulma, the school head of TV Fernandez National High School, for our pre-test. So meron rin po tayong pre-test, mga kaibigan. So gaya ng mga nakagawian natin na teachers, may pre-test tayo. Dito po susubukin kung ano yung prior knowledge natin about the LMS. And don't worry, because we will also be announcing later kung sino po among the 1,500 participants ang makakakuha or nakakakuha ng perfect score. Alright, so it's just a short quiz. Huwag po kayo mag-alala since this pre-test is a diagnostic assessment. So hindi po necessary na maka-perfect tayo ng ating score sa ating pre-test. Alright, and then later on, mga kaibigan, makakasama rin po natin ang ating mga speakers, because after this pre-test, the giving of pre-test, you will be given time to answer, and then later, after the pre-test, we will proceed immediately to our first plenary session. Alright, so mga kaibigan, let's all watch this AV presentation by Sir Charlie Pulma, the school head of TV Fernandez National High School. Panoorin natin.
Good morning to each and everyone, especially to our PSDS of Cluster 1 and 3, Dr. Winifredo Kagape. Our beloved teacher participants of Cluster 1 and 3, you will be given a pre-test or pre-assessment on the 5-day cluster training on learning management system so that our trainers could assess on what level the users are at as group as well as individually, or determining pre-existing subject knowledge. All you have to do is go to the link which is passed on your screen. The pre-assessment test will close at 12 noon, so do not forget to visit on the provided link and enjoy taking the pre-assessment test. And on Friday, you will take the post-assessment test that will close at 11 a.m. Thank you, and God bless us all.
Ayan po mga kaibigan. So as mentioned earlier, we will announce later who among our teacher participants got the perfect score. But of course, okay lang po kung hindi perfect ang score natin. Anyway, this is just a pre-test, a form of diagnostic assessment. Kumbaga, sa grading system natin, recorded but not graded. Ayan. Alright. Sa punto pong ito mga kaibigan, dadako po tayo sa unang paksa na ating tatalakayin sa araw na ito to discuss the LMS or the Learning Management System. Ladies and gentlemen, mga kaibigan, clusters 1 and 3, let us welcome on screen Mr. Melanio R. Florino, Senior High School Master Teacher 1 from Pablo Lorenzo National High School. Sir Melanio, good morning.
Good morning. Hello, Sir Jed.
Sir,
Una sa lahat. Okay. Una sa lahat, Sir Jed, maligayang buwan ng wika. Thank you for that wonderful introduction. Umalingaw-ngaw sa aking pandinig kanina yung sinabi mong mga katanungan at mga suliranin ng ating mga guro sa pagbubukas ng ating learning management system. Pero I am willing to answer the challenge. To our District Congressman, Sir Vince Garcia, to our Department of Education Division of Davao City officials, headed by our Schools Division Superintendent, Dr. Reynaldo M. Giliena, CESO 5, to our Cluster 1 and 3, Public Schools District Supervisor Dr. Winifredo A. Kagape, who also works as Cluster Training Manager today, to my school head in Pablo Lorenzo National High School, Dr. Romeo E. Picar, and to all eager to learn and stand for equality education, the teachers of Clusters 1 and 3, good morning po sa lahat. A while ago, while waiting this webinar to open, I happened to walk to the different districts and clusters of our learning management system. And I saw that some schools are not yet done making their course folder for teachers. Parang tumugma doon sa mga katanungan at suliranin na sinabi ni Sir Jed. Maybe they are waiting to have the same sharing that we had last week about course creation and topic inclusion. So relax lang po kayo. I am asking you to watch and listen as I am going to discuss step by step this learning management system of ours.
Alright, so later on mga kaibigan, babalikan po natin si Sir Florino Milanio para sa kanyang LMS. So we are currently experiencing some technical problems. Medyo hindi po maganda yung panahon. Dito po sa downtown area, medyo maulan po ang ating umaga. That's why siguro medyo affected yung ating internet connection. By the way po, if you have questions, once again, please do not forget to post your questions, clarifications, or even greetings to our Padlet link. Mamaya po, babasahin po namin ang inyong mga katanungan para sa ating LMS. So we will be inviting later on our speaker and our training manager, PSDS Kagape, for the open forum. And then after the open forum, magkakaroon po muna tayo ng isang 1-hour break para po bigyang daan ang ating afternoon session ng ating cluster rollout. Alright, so binabati po namin lahat ng ating mga teacher participants mula sa iba't ibang schools ng clusters 1 and 3. And we are very sure that not only teachers from clusters 1 and 3 are watching with us right now in this cluster rollout. There are also some teachers from other clusters who are tuning in to our live webcast. Alright, so maraming salamat po. Kapit lamang po because this is just the first day of our webinar. We will be until Friday. Alright, so kapit lamang po, marami po tayong pag-uusapan. Subalit, although this is a rollout na po, ng ating DTOT, we have a twist in our class rollout. It's a contextualized. Mag-share po ang ating mga school heads on how they prepared their different learning modalities para po sa ating opening ngayong August 24. Alright, sa punto pong ito, muli nating ibabalik on screen ang ating speaker for LMS, Sir Milanio. Sir, good morning again. All right, sir. While waiting, kamusta po dyan? Are you working from home right now, Sir Milanio?
Yes, sir.
At least, di ba, binigyan tayo ng pagkakataon. We were given the chance by our SDS to work from home. Kasi hindi po lahat ng schools and mga offices may internet connection. Ano po? So it's good that we are working from home para po makapag-focus ng ating webinar. Tama po ba ako, Sir Milanio?
Yes po, tamang-tama po.
Alright, so at this point, sir, balik tayo sa inyong presentation. Ready na po ang ating mga controller.
Okay po, sir.
Alright. Go ahead, sir.
To access the learning management system of our Department of Education, you need to search in the URL bar the lms-test.deped.gov.ph/moodle or /. And this will pop out. In the username box, type your username, then your password. Press enter. After pressing enter, you will be directed to your dashboard. Your dashboard includes your profile and the recently made course or open course by you. So if you are going to click Site Home, you will be directed to the page where all the course categories are placed, including the regions and the places that are part of this learning management system of the Department of Education. Since I am part of Region 11, I'm going to click Region 11. And this will be the page after pressing the Region 11. This page includes all the cities and places that are part of Region 11. I'm going to click Davao City. And you will be directed all the districts that are part of Davao City, including Cluster 1. Secondary schools are grouped or placed by cluster. So since there is no cluster here except Cluster 1 and I am belong to Cluster 3, I'm going to click button number 2. Okay, button number 2 includes a cluster and 1 district that are part of the secondary schools and elementary. So I'm going to click cluster 3. So cluster 3 includes all secondary schools that are belong to cluster 3, starting with their school ID number and the name of the school. After opening your LMS or learning management system, finding your cluster and going to your cluster school, you need to open your school account. So since I am part of Pablo Lorenzo National High School, I'm going to click Pablo Lorenzo National High School. In Pablo Lorenzo National High School, I categorize the learning level into two, the junior high school and the senior high school. For your categorization, you need to ask your school ICT coordinator since he or she is assigned to make the placement of category. So since I'm part of the senior high school, I'm going to click senior high school. And inside the senior high school, I subcategorize into two, the grade 11 and grade 12 grade levels. So I am part of grade 11. I'm going to choose or click grade 11. Inside grade 11 category, I again subcategorize into two since in one school year, there are 2 semesters for senior high school. First, the first semester and the second semester. Again, you need to ask your school ICT coordinator in making the categories and subcategories. So I'm going to click first semester. These are the already made course in the first semester of grade 11 grade level. So how to add a course? Let us say if you are not here or part here and you need to be included, ask your ICT school coordinator to add you and your course. So how to add that one? So below there is a button add a new course. So I'm going to add a new course and this will pop out. Add a new course. So I'm going to type the course Empowerment Technology. In some school, Empowerment Technology is placed in the first semester. In our school, Empowerment Technology is placed in the second semester. This is just a tutorial for you to make or how to make a new course. So again, course full name, Empowerment Technology. In the course short name, you can make an acronym for this. And it's up to you how to place that course short name. So in this tutorial, I intend to place EMPO Tech. FS stands for first semester, G grade, then 11. So that is EMPO Tech first semester, grade 11. Course category, this is under senior high school, grade 11. Senior high school, grade 11 per semester. Course visibility, I will intend to make it shown. Course course start date, you can place August 3 or our actual beginning of the school year. So you can place there August 24. Okay. August 24. August 3, 2020, then I am going to enable this one. Ini-enable ko ito because there are students who cannot complete the requirement or course competency, so they may have time to finish all the course competency for this empowerment technology. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. I can place an icon that will make my empowerment technology stands out from the rest of the subject. Okay. Next is to save and display. So this will pop out. The page for participants to be included in this subject will come out after pressing save and display to your Empotech or Empowerment Technology course. So you can add now or enroll users. Since there is no teacher for this course yet, I'm going to include myself as a teacher to this course. So how to do that? Enroll users. Then from in this box, you click that one, type your name, and this will pop out. The choices for the word Milanio will be shown. So I'm going to place this one, Milanio Arporino Jr. This is my account. And from that, I'm going to assign myself for a role. I'm going to assign role for this. So I'm not a student, but a teacher. Then I'm going to click enroll user. Below, I am placed. My role now is a teacher as well as a manager for this course. And okay, so I'm going to go back to the first semester subjects of the grade 11 level. So as you can see, there is now an empowerment technology, and I am the teacher. I also work as a manager, since in our school I am the school ICT coordinator assigned as a manager also for this learning management system. Naidaragdag na natin ang ating course sa empowerment technology. So meron ditong larawan at ang aking larawan na user or teacher ng aking empowerment technology course. Kung napapansin ninyo, maliban sa profile picture ng guro, meron din siyang picture na katulad ng nasa iba. Ito ang tinatawag na default picture or icon ng subject ng learning management system. Maliban sa isa dito sa aking media and information literacy na pinalitan ko ng ibang larawan para maging bukod tangi sa ibang subject course. So paano mapalitan ang default picture ng LMS sa sarili ninyong gustong larawan? So halimbawa, dito sa aking empowerment technology na nasa default picture pa ng LMS, so ang gagawin ko lamang, i-click ko itong access button. So papasok na ako ngayon sa aking empowerment technology course. Mayroon ditong gulong na symbol. So ang gagawin nyo lamang, i-click yung arrow pointing down, i-click ang edit settings. So babalik tayo doon sa ating pinanggalingang pagta-type ng course full name at saka course short name. So scroll down. So, meron nakalagay dito course image. So i-click ko itong arrow pointing down at pipili ako ng larawan na gagawin ko siyang course image. So meron itong content bank, server files, recent files. So pipiliin ko itong upload a file, then choose file. So pupunta ako doon sa folder na nakasave ng larawang gusto kong ilagay doon sa course image. So ilalagay ko itong Empotech icon. Then I'm going to open. I-upload ko yung file at malalagay na siya dito as my course image. Then, i-click ko ang Save and Display. So, titingnan natin ngayon kung nalalagay na ba yung course image doon sa talaan ng mga courses sa grade 11 per semester. So, babalik ako doon sa aking site home, Region 11, Davao City, button number 2, then pipiliin ko ang Cluster 3 kung saan napapaloob ang Pablo Lorenzo National High School. Then pipiliin ko ang Pablo Lorenzo National High School, Senior High School, grade 11, first semester. So ayan, nakalagay na ngayong yung larawan gusto kong maging larawan ng aking course. So ito yung larawan, ito yung profile pic ko, at saka yung pangalan ng aking subject may nakalagay Empowerment Technology. Tayo po'y papasok na po sa ating subject course. Sa punto pong ito, gagamitin ko po ang aking Media and Information Literacy course na ituturo ko po sa aking first semester sa grade 11. So ang gagawin ko po, i-click ko itong access button at gagawa na po tayo ng laman para sa ating course sa MIL or Media and Information Literacy. So una po dito may nakalagay na announcements. So pwede po ako magbigay ng announcement or instruction para po sa lahat ng topic or para sa mga estudyante bago po nila bubuksan yung topic 1. So ang gagawin ko lamang po ay iti-turn on ko po yung editing. Dito po ay naka-turn on na po. So halimbawa iti-turn editing off. Ganyan po ang magiging itsura. Para makapasok po tayo, makapaglagay ng announcements, i-click lang po natin yung turn editing on. Kanina po kasi naka-turn editing on na po yon. So i-click natin ulit itong turn editing on. So maglalagay ako ng announcement. So ang first announcement ko is how to reach your teacher? Question mark. Okay, press enter. Then, gagawa po tayo dito ng editing. So, click po yung arrow pointing down, edit settings. Ilalagay po natin dito yung announcement natin. So, nakapag-ready na po ako, nilagay ko sa aking Microsoft Word. Gagawin ko lang po is click, copy, and paste. So, right-click and paste. So, gagawin ko po ito, i-highlight ko, gawin kong gawin ko po itong nasa heading small, yung kanyang font size po. Yan. So, may nakalagay dyan, if you have questions or just want to have a chat with me, you can email me at milanio.perino@gmail.com. So, arrange ko po muna. And kung ako na po ay satisfied, i-click ko na lang po itong save and display. So, babalik ako doon sa aking course. I-click ko itong Media Information First Semester Grade 11. So, hindi po siya nalagay. Hindi po siya na-display dito kasi hindi ko nilagyan ng display. So, babalik po ako doon. Click ko po itong edit. Edit settings. Display description on a course page. Tingnan ko muna dito yung availability. So, i-click ko po yung enable. Then, save and display. Ayan. Click ko ulit. So, ayan na po siya, yung may announcement. So, pwede po akong magdagdag dito sa aking announcement. Ang gagawin ko po lamang, i-click ko po itong add an activity or resources. So, i-click ko po siya ng turn editing off. So, ayan po, meron na po akong announcement. Nailagay ko na po ang ating first announcement. Ang gusto ko po dito ay idadagdag ko Ayan po, meron na tayong dalawang announcement para sa ating mga estudyante. Pero gusto ko pong dagdagan ng Google Meet. Kasi meron pong mga pagkakataon na tayo'y magkakaroon ng graded recitation. Pwede rin naman natin gawin dito sa ating learning management system. So sa punto pong ito, idadagdag ko dito sa baba ang Google Meet kung saan i-click ng mga bata at diretso po silang pupunta doon sa aming Google Meet address. So turn editing on. Okay, magdadagdag ako dito ng activity. I'm going to choose URL. So itatype ko po dito, let us Google Meet. So pupunta po ako doon sa aking Gmail address. Sa ating pong Gmail address may nakalagay po na Meet. So ako naman po ang mamumuno sa meeting. So i-click ko po itong Start a Meeting. Then i-click ko itong Join Now. So may lalabas po dito na link kung saan pupunta ang mga bata para makipag-usap sa akin. So ang gagawin ko, copy joining info or highlight, copy. Balik po ako doon sa aking LMS. So sa external URL, ilalagay ko dito yung URL ng aming Google Meet. Paste. Then, save and display. So titingnan ko ngayon po kung ano pong pagkalagay ng ating Google Meet. So balik ako doon sa General. Then turn editing off. So ayan na po siya. Meron po akong announcement, yung libro at saka let us Google Meet. So kung i-click ito ng mga bata, itong let us Google Meet, so ang mangyayari, ayan, pupunta po sila doon sa aming Google Meet na URL. Sa pagkakataon naman po na gusto nila makipag-usap na hindi naman grade recitation, pwede pong paalalahanan natin ang ating mga bata na sabihan muna tayo o i-text or i-message sa Facebook na sila ay makikipag-usap po sa atin. So ito po ang ating Google Meet. Babalik po ako ngayon doon sa ating LMS. Sa punto pong ito ay nasa topic 1 na po tayo. Gagawa na po tayo ng lesson, topic, at saka bibigyan natin ng paglalarawan or introduction ng ating topic 1. So ang una nating gagawin, iti-turn on dapat yung turn editing on. So naka-off po ito, naka-on na po ito. So halimbawa, naka-off po yan siya. So I'm going to turn editing on. So dito po may symbol po na lapis. So pwede na po natin yung i-edit. So edit ko po. Okay. Ang ating pong pagbabasihan ng ating weekly activity or 1 week lesson ay ang ating ADM module. So sa punto pong ito, ang gagamitin ko pong module ay ginawa ni Rex Pales. Siya po ang gumawa ng aming module sa Media and Information Literacy sa week 1. So ang title po ng kanyang lesson ay nasa Introduction to Media and Information Literacy. So i-click ko po ito, highlight, right click, copy. Balik po ako doon sa LMS. I-click ko po itong edit topic name na nasa simbolong lapis. Right click, paste. So nasa sa inyo po yan kung ilalagay po ninyo dito yung topic or title. Pwede rin nyo naman pong lagyan ng petsa o araw o week itong ating first topic. So dito po sa akin lalagyan ko po siya ng week 1. At kailangan po niyong i-press enter kung tapos na po kayong magsulat ng inyong topic or title po sa inyong week lesson. So press enter. So ayan na po siya. So gusto ko po siyang lagyan ng larawan dito sa baba. Okay? At saka i-short introduction kung ano ito pong topic na ito. So i-edit ko po siya dito. So click edit topic. So, pwede pong kayo ang gumawa ng inyong introduction or kunin po nyo sa libro o sa isang site. Pero dapat nyo pong ilagay yung pinagkukunan po ninyo ng inyong introduction kung kayo man ay kumuha sa ibang tao o sa site. Para po ating pagpugayan ang kanilang pagsisikap. So, meron na po akong nakabukas dito. So, i-highlight ko po siya. Right-click, copy. Balik po ako doon sa LMS. So right-click, paste. Okay, ilalagay ko po dito yung reference. Okay. Ito po ay gawa ni Joseph Yap. Yap. Joseph. Sa kanyang URL na nu.kz. Balik po ako dito, Control V. Okay. Okay, save changes. So ayan, meron na po siyang introduction. Okay, ito pong dito sa aking week 1 introduction, gusto ko po siyang lagyan ng picture. So I'm going to click edit, edit topic. Dito ko na lang siya ilalagay sa aking introduction. Okay, enter. So dyan. So may nagawa na po akong para siyang tag para maiba naman pong aking paglalarawan ng mga topics. Ilalagay ko po doon ang aking competency. So I'm going to click here, the insert or edit image. May nagawa na po akong file para sa ganoon. Ito po siya. Open. Okay, upload this file. This image is decorative only. Okay, I'm going to place this at the middle. Save image. So, hindi pa rin po siya nalagay sa center. So, ang gagawin ko po, i-click ko itong arrow papunta sa baba. I-click ko po itong image. Tapos, align at the center. Titingnan po natin kung ano mangyayari dito. Save changes. Okay. So, ito na po siya ang mangyayari. I-turn editing off ko muna. So, ayan po, introduction. Week 1, introduction ng aking introduction to media and information literacy. The competency that I will be using in this topic. Then a short introduction. This was taken by the article of Joseph Yap using this URL link. So, yun lang po dito muna. So, ayan na po. Meron na tayong week 1 at ang ating topic lesson ay Introduction to Media and Information Literacy na may competency na discuss responsible use of media and information. Meron na po tayong short discussion or short introduction about this topic lesson at nilagay ko po dito kung saan ko po kinuha itong introduction. So babalik po tayo sa ating ADM module. Ang ating pong ADM module, itong pinagkukunan ko po ngayon ay hinango ko po sa gawa ni Rex Pales na may topic lesson po siya na Introduction to Media and Information Literacy. Ang kanya pong objective ay nabanggit ko na po kanina. Ang napapaloob po ng ating module ay ang mga sumusunod na activities. What I know, what I need to know, what I know, what's in, what's new, what is it, what's more, what I have learned, what I can do, assessment, at ang mga sumusunod ay optional na lang po, additional activities, at saka yung answer key. So ito po ang ilalagay natin sa magiging bahagi ng ating topic 1 or week 1 na lesson. Magdadagdag na po tayo ng activities sa ating week 1 Introduction to Media and Information Literacy. So iti-turn editing on ko na po ito. Okay. Balik po tayo sa module ni Sir Rex Palis. Okay, ang una po niyang activity sa I need to know ay this kaukulang impormasyon lamang po kung ano po ang magiging lesson niya sa kanyang module. So hindi na po natin kailangan ito. Pwede rin nyo na pong gumawa kayo ng video sa what I need to know at pwede ho itong gawin yung introduction sa inyong video na matitingnan ng mga estudyante. So hindi ko po ito sasali. Ang isasali ko po ay ang what I know. Kung napapansin nyo, ang what I know ay nasaan yung quiz na true or false. So ito ang ililipat natin sa ating ADM. Sa senior high school po, ang what I know na activity ay dapat nasa 15 items. So dito po ay gumawa si Sir Rex Palis ng 15 items ng true or false. So balik ako doon sa aking ADM. So dito sa Learning Management System. So i-click ko po itong add activity or resource. Pipili po ako ngayon dito ng activity na angkop doon sa true or false. So titingnan ko dito, activities. Saan na yung quiz? So dito yung quiz. So kiklik ko po ang quiz. Okay. So name, true or false. Click true if the statement is correct and if not, click false. Okay. So after that, i-click ko po itong save and display. So wala pa ho tayong question. Instruction po muna yun siya. So ang gagawin ko, mag-i-edit po ako ngayon ng quiz. So edit quiz. Okay. So maximum grade, so 15 items po yun siya. So papalitan ko po dito ng 15. Okay. Okay. Then, gagawa na po tayo ng question. So, ang gagawin po natin, i-click po natin itong arrow pointing down na may word na add. Then, add a new question. So, pipili po tayo dito kung anong magiging question po natin doon. So, sa kay Rex Palis, nasaan yung true or false. So, i-click po ko po ito. Then, add. Question name, lagyan ko na lang po ng true or false. Okay, question text. So, balik po ako doon sa ADM. ni Sir Rex, gagawin ko na lang is copy, paste. Okay, default mark, yung score niya is 1. Okay, general feedback, wala. Okay, ID number. General feedback. So, meron dito general feedback, ID number, correct answer, feedback for the response true. Okay. So, halimbawa po, ang sagot is, okay, ano yung question? Social media actually goes back to some of the earliest internet technologies and even predates the internet. So the answer is true. So ang kanyang feedback po is, let us say, correct. Kasi tama ang sagot niya. Feedback for the response true. Dito pa. Correct. Wala po tayong ilalagay pala dito. Delete. So if the answer is true, what would be the feedback? Correct. Feedback for the response false. Pwede pong ganito. Sorry, you place the wrong answer. Okay? Tapos, save changes po natin. So, ayan po siya. Meron siyang 1 point para dito. So, paano siya magdagdag? I-click ulit po natin dito. Click add question. Then, yung true or false. Then, add ulit. Then, question name. True or false. Okay, question text. Go back ako sa EDM. Okay, right click, copy. Paste. Then default mark 1 point. No general feedback. The correct, ano yung question? There has been a huge rise in creativity among the public since the advent of social media. So the answer is true. Okay. Feedback for the response, if the answer is true, is correct. Feedback for the response false. Sorry, you place the wrong, or pwede rin naman, sorry, you chose the wrong answer. Okay. Then save changes. And I am now done typing the 15 item questions. True or false of Sir Rex Palace. Okay. So let us check first. How about page 6 or question number 6? Okay. Question name, true or false. The question text is, the tools and technologies that are available to journalists today have changed forever the basic principles of journalism. The principle is still there. So this is false. So the correct answer is false. Feedback for the response true. If the student answered true, the feedback would be, sorry, you chose the wrong answer. But if the student answer false, which is the correct answer, the feedback would be correct. So I'm going to save changes. And I'm going to save this one. I'm going to change the maximum grade. Instead of 10, I'm going to change this to 15. Then I'm going to save. Okay. Save. Then I'm pupunta ako ulit doon sa Introduction to Media and Information Literacy. I'm going to check how the true or false was done. So I'm going to turn editing off. I-check ko. So ayan na ang true or false activity. So if I am the student, ano ang makikita ko doon? So switch role ko muna. So I will be acting now as a student. Okay? So ayan siya, my true or false. I'm going to click this one. Attempt quiz now. Okay, click. So ayan siya. So this is the first question, and the students are going to answer 15 item questions. So if they're going to answer, they are going to click only the circle that corresponds to their choice. Social media actually goes back to, okay, let us say true or false. Okay, that's it for the activity 1, true or false question. So I'm going to go back to Introduction to Media and Information Literacy as a student. I'm going to switch role to my normal role. The activity 1 of Sir Palace is not a true or false as I have written in the week 1 Introduction to Media Information and Literacy. In his module, it titles What I Know. So I'm going to change from true or false to this activity, What I Know. So how to do that? So I'm going to open my LMS. So turn editing on. So we have this pencil symbol. And if I'm going to hover the mouse, it will have their edit title. So I'm going to click the pencil symbol. Then instead of true or false, I'm going to change this to activity 1. Then I'm going to type what I know. Then I'm going to press enter. So from true or false, it now has activity 1, what I know. And I'm going to turn editing off. So that's it for activity number 1. Following our alternative delivery mode module of media and information literacy. Tapos na tayo sa unang activity natin na what I know. Dadagdag tayo ng iba pang activity base sa ADM ni Sir Rex Pales. Balik tayo sa kanyang module. Ang kanyang kasunod na activity after sa true or false ay ang what's in na napapalooban na kanyang lesson number 2 about Introduction to Media and Information. So ilalagay natin ito sa ating LMS at lalagyan natin ng iba ng karagdagang pagbabago. So pupunta ako doon sa LMS. So I'm going to turn editing on. So pipili ako ng activity na aakma doon sa ginawa ni Sir Rex Pales. So mula dito sa activity number 1 na what I know, dadagdag ako ng add ng activity sa pagitan ng pagpindot dito sa add an activity. So ang pipiliin ko dito na activity ay ang lesson. So i-click ko ito. So, name of the activity, what's in, tapos ilalagay ko dito yung description. Okay. Highlight, copy, control B or paste. Tapos maglalagay ako dito ng video na galing sa YouTube para naman may matingnan ang bata at may mabasa sila na gumagalaw na galing sa YouTube. So lalagyan ko muna ito ng watch the video. And I'm going to highlight. Tapos, i-click ko itong link or hahanap ako ng URL na ilalagay ko doon. So, link. Pupunta ako ngayon sa YouTube. So, ang pipiliin ko na video ay ito siya. Media and Information Literacy and Introduction. Popost ko muna. Then, isi-share. Itong URL ay kukopyahin ko. Ilalagay ko ngayon doon sa ADM. And paste. Create link. Okay. Pagkatapos naman ito ay kukopyahin ko itong activity ni Sir Palix na what's in. Pero lalagyan ko muna siya ng instruction. So, after watching the video, answer or make an essay by answering the question. The essay should not less than 500 words. Please or be guided on the rubrics. Be guided on the rubrics as basis for the grading. So ilalagay ko dito yung rubrics. So ang gagawin ko is snipping tool ko siya. Okay? So, hanapin ko yung rubric ito. Rubric. So Windows Shift S. Okay. Hindi ata lumabas yung kanyang default. So, ilalagay ko ngayon siya sa Paint. Paint. And paste. Isi-save ko muna siya sa desktop. So, may na-save na ako sa desktop. So, i-close ko na lang siya. Balik ako doon sa EDM. Enter ko muna. Okay, browse repositories. Then, choose file. So, nalagay ko siya sa desktop. Okay, rubric number 1. Ayan siya. Open. And upload this file. So, I'm going to click auto size. This image is decorative only. And I'm going to choose the picture should be placed in the middle. Then, save image. Tingnan natin saan yung picture. So, I'm going to click. then click the arrow pointing down. I'm going to place this sa gitna. Okay? Then, save and display. Yan na siya, gumagalaw. Parang humihina yata ang internet. So while waiting, dapat talagang ang ating LMS ay base doon sa ginawa nating alternative delivery mode module sa bawat subject. Para yung batang gumagamit ng module at saka gumamit ng LMS ay wala masyadong comparison sa kanilang piniling modality. So sa ngayon, umiikot pa itong loading pa ang ating ayan na siya. So what's in, may video dito sa gitna. Then may nakalagay na after watching the video, make an essay by answering the question. The essay should not less than 500 words, be guided on the rubrics as basis for grading. So wrong spelling at ako. So ano ang kanilang gagawin, saan nila ilalagay ang kanilang essay? So note na meron akong namali ito na spelling. I'm going to correct later. So magdadagdag ako ng add a question page. So i-click ko siya. Then dito malalagay ang kanyang question page. Select a question type. So from multiple choice, I'm going to click essay, then add a question page. So ang magiging question nila is page title. So essay. Page content. Sana yun siya. Okay. Copy. Paste. They jump to. So yan ang magiging last sa kanyang activity. So end lesson. So score is, ano yung rubric natin kanina? The highest is 3. So there are 3. So you can place, I will be scoring the essay. The highest score is 15 or 15 points. Then I'm going to click save page. Parang mabagal na yata ang internet. So again, kailangan natin pagtuunan ng pansin ang paggamit natin sa ADM. So marapat lamang na kung gagawa tayo ng topic lesson o lesson sa ating LMS, talagang pagbabasihan natin ang ating ADM module. Kung meron mang pagbabago o dagdag na activity, dapat hindi masyadong malayo sa ginawang module. At sa kadagdagan natin ang ating pasensya sa mga isinumiting gawain ng mga bata kasi ang ilan sa kanila meron ngang internet, baka nasira ang linya nila doon sa kanilang lugar. Medyo may kabagalan pa naman ngayon ang pagsasaayos ng bawat internet sa isang area. So ayan na siya. So nandito yung short introduction, then we have the video introduction of the essay. So titingnan natin. So balik ako doon sa week 1, Introduction to Media Information Literacy. Okay. Tapos na tayo sa unang, and I'm going to click Save Page. Parang mabagal na yata ang internet. So again, kailangan natin pagtuunan ng pansin ang paggamit natin sa ADM. So marapat lamang na kung gagawa tayo ng topic lesson o lesson sa ating LMS, talagang pagbabasihan natin ang ating ADM module. Kung meron mang pagbabago o dagdag na activity, dapat hindi masyadong malayo sa ginawang module. At sa kadagdagan natin ang ating pasensya sa mga isinumiting gawain ng mga bata kasi ang ilan sa kanila meron ngang internet, baka nasira ang linya nila doon sa kanilang lugar. Medyo may kabagalan pa naman ngayon ang pagsasaayos ng bawat internet sa isang area. So ayan na siya. So nandito yung short introduction, then we have the video, introduction of the essay. So titingnan natin. So balik ako doon sa week 1, Introduction to Media Information Literacy. Okay, I'm going to turn editing off. Titingnan natin siya kung anong nangyari sa ating activity number 2. So sa pagpipili ng mga activity, hindi naman kailangan talagang sundan yung kung assignment pa talaga siya or video. Nasa sa inyo kung saang activity ng LMS sa akma doon sa ating module. So titingnan nyo lang ng maayos at sana dapat may maayos din na instruction o direction para masundan ng mga bata ang kanyang gagawin sa pagbubukas ng activity. Ayan siya, naka-turn turn editing off. So let us click this one. So wala siya nakalagay na activity number 2. So i-edit natin mamaya sa pamamagitan pa rin ng turn editing on. So halimbawa, i-click ko ito. So ayan siya. So what's in? Okay, ito yung kanyang sasagutan. How can a person engage with media information channels in a meaningful manner? Then pagkatapos niyang masagot dito, ang gagawin na lang ng mga estudyante is i-click ang submit. Then balik na siya doon sa Week 1, Introduction to Media and Information Literacy. Dalawang activity na ang ating natapos. Dadagdagan pa natin ng ibang activities. So, ngayon dadagdag tayo ng activity number 3. So, titingnan natin sa ginawa ni Sir Rex. Ang kanyang activity number 3 is what's new? Ang mga estudyante ay gagawa ng table kung saan itatala nila ang kanilang oras sa paggamit sa YouTube, Facebook, television, books, and others. So, magdidesisyon tayo kung anong activity ang ating ilalagay. So, activity number 3, what's new? Media use lag. So, I'm going to add an activity. So, sa puntong ito, gagawin ko siyang assignment kasi medyo mahaba-haba atang gagawin ito ng mga estudyante. Pipili ako ng akmang activity at ang nasa isip ko ay yung assignment folder. Or yung kanyang assignment icon. So, ito siya. So, i-click-click kong ang assignment. Okay, assignment name. Activity 3. Ano yun siya? Activity 3, what's new? Okay, description. Okay, meron na tayong tatlong activity. Sa pagkakataong ito, dadagdagan natin ng pang-apat na activity. Titingnan natin ang ginawang module ni Sir Rex Pales. Sa activity number 4, meron tayong what is it? So kung nakikita ninyo, mga terminologies na ginagamit sa Media and Information Literacy ang napapaloob sa activity number 4, what is it? So hahanap ako ng activity sa LMS na sa aking palagay, swak dito sa what is it. So I'm going to add an activity or resource. So while waiting, ang nakikita ko dito sa what is it activity na terminologies na gamit sa MIL ay nasa text media. Gusto ko siyang dagdagan ng video na galing sa YouTube para mas maintindihan ng mga bata na gumagamit ng online learning management system. Para naman maiba, gagamitan ko siya ng visual media and information. So naglo-loading pa ang ating learning management system. Ganito talaga pag maraming gumagamit. So sa aking palagay, mas mabuting gagamitin ko itong URL. Again, opinion ko po ito, if you think URL is not the best activity for activity number 4, nasa sa inyo po yun. Kung anong gagamitin yung activity, opinion ko lang naman po ito. Sige, ipapatuloy ko po ang aking URL activity. Kung napapansin niyo po, meron naman siyang glossary. Kaya lang sa glossary, you cannot include a video instruction or discussion. Ang malalagay lang po dyan ay mga words, concept at saka definition. Mas mainam po ang URL kasi meron siyang text, media, and information. Pwede rin naman siyang dagdagan ng visual, media, and information sa pamamagitan ng pagdagdag ng video na galing sa YouTube. Meron pa rin tayo dito, lesson. So, ito na po siya. So, name, activity for what? Activity number 4, what is it? Yan ang URL. I-click ko dito. Ito ang gusto kong mapanood ng mga estudyante. So, i-click ko siya. Kukunin ko ang kanyang URL link. Ipopost ko muna. Share. So, copy the URL. So, balik ako doon. So, external URL, paste. Okay. Bakit nalagyan na dito? Okay. I-delete ko muna. So, dito sa baba, lalagyan ko ng terminologies used in media and information literacy. Then, gawin ko siyang heading medium. Ibo-bolden ko siya. Tapos, lagyan ko siya ng message. These are the words you will encounter in our course. Be guided. Balik ako doon kay Sir Pales. Okay. Ika-copy ko siya. Copy. Control V. Tapos, i-arrange ko siya. Ididikit ko na lang sana itong note. Tapos, i-erase ko yung be guided. Note that these definitions are grounded. Okay. Hindi ko gawin siyang, ano ba? Siya gawing bold. Ibo-bolden ko lang yung mga important words. For example, this one, bolden, nasa small, tapos media, bold, tapos medium. Okay, media literacy, bolden ko siya. Tapos, medium. Oh, bakit sumali ito? Okay. Bolden, tapos heading medium. Bold, heading medium. Okay. Or kung hindi naman, para pangit ata tingnan, gawin ko na lang siyang heading small. Tapos lagyan ko siya ng space. Control A. Hindi ko siya gawin bold. Okay, ayan na. Tapos sa baba, for better understanding, watch the video here or click the URL to view on the other window. So yung here po, lalagyan ko siya ng link doon sa YouTube. So, I'm going to click this one. Paste. Oh, mali yata. Delete. Okay, URL. Share. Copy. Paste. And create link. So, titingnan natin. I'm going to save this one. Save and display. So, again po, nasa sa inyo po kung anong activity ang pwede nyong ilagay sa inyong topic lesson. Kung sa paraang gusto nyo or swak doon sa inyong activity na gagawin. So, ayan po siya. Okay? So, yung literacy nak-highlight, so we need to edit this one. Nandito po yung video. At nandito naman po yung URL kung gusto nilang manood sa ibang tab. For example, I'm going to click this one. So, pupunta ang mga estudyante sa another tab. Okay, ibabalik ko siya. Okay. So, i-edit ko ulit kasi meron ditong naka-highlight. Edit settings. Ayan na po siya. Na-correct ko na. Save and display. Pagtapos na po yung save and display, babalik lang po ako doon sa Week 1, Introduction to Media and Information Literacy para sa karagdagan pang mga activities. Tapos na po tayo sa pang-apat. May pang-apat na po tayong activities sa competency na ito na discuss responsible use of media and information. The first activity is what I know. Activity number 2, what's in. Activity number 3, what's new. Number 4, what is it? So I'm going to add number 5 or the fifth activity. So titingnan muna natin yung module ni Sir Rex. So ang kanyang module na sa activity 5 ay may title na What's More at ang kanyang activity ay Flash News and Visuals. May 4 siyang larawan. Kasunod naman po ay ang 3 question. So, ilalagay ko ito sa ADM module. So, sa akin, gusto kong gawin siyang quiz na nasaan yung essay. Okay, I'm going to click add an activity or resource. So while waiting, balikan natin yung ADM. Okay, may ginawa ring rubric si Sir Rex. Ang pinakamataas na points na magkakaroon bawat item ay nasa 3 points. So ang kanyang criteria ay we have grammar, content at saka grammar. Okay, so i-click ko itong quiz for activity number 5. Name. Activity 5. What's more? So dito sa description, ilalagay ko yung description ni Sir Rex na flash news visuals. Okay, copy. Control V. Yan, lalagyan ko siya ng instruction. Study the pictures below and answer the questions. Use the rubric as your guide in placing your answer. Okay, so enter. Tapos kukunin ko yung 4 na picture galing kay Sir Rex sa module. So yun pa rin ang gagamitin ko. Yung snipping tools, tapos paint, tapos save ko sa isang folder para isang beses o doon ko na lang kukunin ang kanilang mga larawan. So balik ako sa EDM. So I'm going to click the insert or edit image icon. Browse repositories. Choose file. Okay, desktop. Okay, nandito sa picture. Snipping. Okay, click. Upload this file. Okay, this image is decorative only. Alignment, middle. So, kailangan mo nang lalabas ito sa auto size, yung actual size ng picture. So, pagkatapos niyan, pwede natin i-click ang Save Image. So, hindi pa rin siya nakalagay sa gitna. So, ang gagawin ko, i-click ko yung picture. I-click ko itong arrow pointing down, yung Show and Hide Advanced Buttons. Then, i-align to center ko siya. Okay? Click ko naman. Okay. I'm going to press enter. So, yung cursor mapupunta sa baba. Kukunin ko yung pangalawa, pangatlo, hanggang pang-4 na picture. Pero isa-isahin ko lang muna silang kunin. Okay, choose file. Upload this file. Sa pagpili ng activities, siguraduhin alam din ng mga bata ang kanilang gagawin. So, kung maaari, sa unang araw pa lang ng klase, magkakaroon tayo ng Google Meeting at ipapaalam natin sa bata, magkakaroon tayo ng orientasyon kung ano ang kanilang makikita sa LMS at ano ang kanilang ipipress or pindutin at ano ang kanilang maaring isumite sa mga activities sa kanilang gagawin. So nandito na yung pangalawang larawan natin. This image is decorative. Okay, alignment, middle, then save image. So ayan, nasa gitna siya. So I'm going to click at the side, then press enter. The cursor will move at the center. I'm going to click the insert or edit image again. Browse repositories, choose file. I'm going to choose the third picture. Open. Upload this file. So kung maaari din, kapag tapos na yung isang competency, magkakaroon ng discussion or recitation para malaman din nating mga guro kung napag-aralan ba talaga ng mga estudyante ang bawat competency. So kaya ilalagay natin mamaya ang Google Meeting after the assessment or activity number 8. So this image is decorative, alignment, middle. Hihintayin natin yung mag-pop up, yung actual size ng picture. Ayan. Then click Save Image. So click ko na naman dito, then press Center. Click this button. So browse repositories, choose file. Okay, choose this picture. Upload this file. Kung napapansin natin, pag ang bata ay matagal magsumite ng kanyang activity output, pwede natin silang tawagan through Messenger at tanungin ang kanilang sitwasyon kung bakit sila nahuli sa pagsusumite. So I'm going to click this one, alignment, middle. So let us wait for the actual size to pop up. So my cursor is pulsating because the site is taking or loading the command we asked for this computer. So I'm going to click Save Image now. So the last picture that we are going to place is the rubric. So I'm going to click this picture. Na-save ko na kasi kanina pa ang mga picture na dapat ilalagay ko dito. So choose file. So I'm going to choose the rubric for that. Open. Upload this file. Ang ating learning management ay SCORM compliant po. So pwede po tayong magdagdag ng ibang software na pagkukunan natin sa ibang site. So ito muna ang ating titingnan. So this image is decorative only, alignment, then middle, and save image. So ayan, tapos na yung mga larawang dapat natin ipakita sa mga estudyante. So I'm going to scroll down. So timing. So open the quiz starting August 2. Okay. I-uncheck ko yung close the quiz. How to grade. Grade category. Uncategorize ko lang. Okay. Next is to save and display. So katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, ang ating LMS or Learning Management System ay SCORM compliant. Ipapaliwanag ko mamaya kung ano itong SCORM at bakit pwede natin siyang idagdag sa ating Learning Management System. So kung napapansin ninyo kanina, wala tayong naidagdag na tanong, kundi mga larawan lamang at ang rubric na gagamitin ng mga bata. So nandito sa baba ang idadagdag natin na tanong. So nandito yung edit quiz. So ang gagawin natin, i-click natin yung edit quiz. At pipili tayo anong quiz ang ilalagay natin sa ating activity number 5. So may nakalagay dito, select multiple items and add with arrow pointing down. So click the word add, then choose a new question. So dito, maraming uri ng quiz na pwede nating ilagay sa ating quiz. So ang pipiliin ko ay ang essay. So add. Kung susubukin ninyong gumawa ng ganito, malalaman nyo kung bakit hindi short answer ang ginawa ko at kung bakit essay. So I am challenging you to try or to experiment all the activities embedded in this quiz folder. So quiz name, essay. Question text. I'm going to open a Serex module. Kukopyahin ko ito. Copy. Okay, paste. Okay, i-highlight ko. Gawin ko siyang heading small. Okay. Default mark is 3 kasi 3 yung pinaka-highest sa rubric ni Sir Rex. Response format, gawin nating plain text. Require the students to enter the text. Dito nila ilalagay yung sagot. Allow attachments, no, because they're going to enter their answer. Okay, accepted file types, no need to choose because again, they are going to type their answer here. After that, I'm going to save changes. So minsan, hindi talaga may iwasan na mahina ang ating internet connection. So meron na tayong isang katanungan, so kulang na lang ng dalawa. So all you need to do is to add question, add, then a new question. Yun pa rin siya, essay, then add. Then I'm going to open Sir Rex module. I'm going to copy question number 2. Then I'm going to place that to my ADF. So ayan siya, mahina ang ating internet connection. So question name, essay, and question text, paste. Control A to highlight all the words, then choose heading small. Okay, default mark is 3. Response format, it should be plain text. Input box size 15. Require the students to enter text, of course. Okay, then I'm going to save changes. So bakit po mahina ang ating internet connection pag gumagamit tayo ng LMS? Isipin nyo lang na 8 million learners o kahit na hindi sila magsasabay sa isang araw, halimbawa 1 million, kailangan po ng maayos na internet connection ng ating bansa para maging mabilis ang ating internet connection, para maging mabilis din ang ating LMS ng Department of Education. So, pangalawa, so isa na lang. So, add a new question. Essay pa rin po. Then, add. Say, question name. Essay. Question text. Okay, number 3. Okay, change the font style to heading medium. Heading small, sorry. Heading small. Okay, default mark is 3. Okay, response format, plain text. Okay, then save changes. So let us find out how this activity is shown to our students. So, itong maximum grade, papalitan, instead of 10, gawin natin siyang 9. Okay, kasi 3 points per item. So, save. So, kung napapansin nyo may plus symbol dito, so pwede nyong i-move upward or downward yung item. Halimbawa, nagkamali kayo, ito palang number 3 ay dapat naging number 1. So, all you have to do is place your cursor, then try to move going up to replace number 1, and number 3 becomes number 1. Okay, so balik ako doon sa week 1, Introduction to Media and Information Literacy. So parang naglo-loading pa ang ating quiz editing. So I'm going to click now, week 1, Introduction to Media and Information. Okay, nata. Okay? So titingnan natin ano ang dapat o ano ang kanyang kalalabasan sa ginawa nating activity. So turn editing off. So meron tayong announcement, meron tayong pagkukunan ng reference book ng mga bata na nasan yung PDF or ebook. Meron din tayong Let Us Google Meet. Tapos sa ating week 1, meron tayong Introduction to Media Information Literacy. So ayan, tapos na. So titingnan natin ano itong activity number 5. So I'm going to switch role from manager or teacher to students. Okay, student. So pupunta ako doon sa activity number 5. Click. Ayan siya. Flash news and visual. Study the pictures below and answer the questions. Use the rubric as your guide in placing your answer. Here's the rubric. Then the students will attempt to answer the quiz. Okay, so question number 1. Did you believe these new items were true? So all you need to do is to type. So in this location, there are 3 boxes, meaning these 3 boxes signify the navigation or the quiz navigation. So I'm going to click next page. Then I will be directed to number 2's question. Okay. So all you have to do is to click next page if you are the students. So this time I'm going to go back to my normal user or manager role for activity number 6. This time, ang tuturo ko kung paano mag-enroll ng mga estudyante sa ating course. Paano naman kasi kung meron tayong course, wala rin naman tayong estudyante, so wala pa rin magsasagot sa mga activities na ito. So ang gagawin natin, nasa loob ako ng aking Media and Information Literacy course. Dito sa gilid may participants. So I'm going to click this one. So dapat lahat ng user o mga estudyante, meron silang accounts dito sa ating lms-test.deped.gov.ph. Kasi kung wala silang account, hindi sila nakapag-sign up, hindi rin natin sila mai-enroll. Halimbawa dito, so mag-i-enroll ako ng kapwa guro ko, pero gagawin ko siyang estudyante ko, yun ang pagtutuunan natin ng pansin paano mag-enroll ng ating estudyante. So I'm going to click Enroll Users. So hahanap ako ng kapwa guro ko sa DepEd para gawin kong estudyante. So search. So itatype ko ang buong pangalan. Iba kasi maraming magkasing pangalan sa Pilipinas. So Rubina Casiano. So hahanapin ng ating LMS kung may pangalan bang Rubina Casiano. So medyo mahina ang connection nating internet. So maghahanap ako ng ibang pangalan. Yung madaling hanapin, ayan siya. Rubina Casiano, ito ang kanyang email address. So, i-click ko siya. Then, assign role. So instead na teacher, siya ang magiging estudyante ko. So I'm going to enroll. Ayan siya. So dito sa baba, hindi ko yata na-enroll. So balik ako doon. Ayan siya. Loading pa pala. Ayan siya. So si Milanio Florino na ang account ay nasa gmail.com ay aking estudyante at si Robina.Casiano na may DepEd.gov account ay aking ring estudyante. Itong Milanio Florino na nasa DepEd.gov na account ay teacher at saka manager ng course na ito. Okay? So halimbawa, marami na mga estudyante dito. So halimbawa sa isang section, meron tayong 40 students sa isang section. So halimbawa isang section lang yon. So halimbawa 5 section. So 40 times 5, 200. So paano natin siya isi-section? So ang gagawin natin, okay, i-click natin itong parang atong tawag wheel. So ayan siya. Okay, mula sa enrolled user, pipili tayo dito sa groups. So halimbawa, meron na tayong 200 students. These 200 students are coming from the 5 sections of grade 11. So na-enroll na natin yung 200 students. So clinic ko yung siyang enroll students using groups. So dito sa grupo, okay, malalagay na yon dito lahat ng pangalan ng mga estudyante. So gagawa tayo ng group. So halimbawa, nandito yung 200 students. Gagawin natin sila per section. So magkikreate tayo ng group. So create group. So yung gagawin natin grupo ay base na sa kanilang section. Okay? So halimbawa may nakalagay dito Amethyst. So yung pangalan ni Amelia dapat ilalagay natin siya sa loob ng group ng Amethyst. So wala tayong pangalan kasi dito kasi kakaunti pa lang ang dito tayo gagawa ng group name. Let us say Amethyst. Okay, group ID. So hindi ako maglalagay ng group ID. Group description. So let's say Amethyst. These are group of students under this section under the advisory of Glorilyn Montejo. So group messaging, are you going to group them? So pwede siyang i-grupo natin. Pwede natin lagyan ng yes. Okay. Pwede bang i-hide ang picture nila? Kung gusto nyo hindi i-hide, i-click nyo lang yung yes. Okay. So wala muna akong idadagdag sa ngayon dito kasi kaunti pa lang ating estudyante. So you can ask question on how to enroll users. Kindly ask your school ICT coordinator. So I'm going to click cancel kasi wala akong naidagdag na estudyante.
Hello, Ma'am Christine. Ma'am, mute po kayo, ma'am. Ma'am Christine, mute po kayo.
All right, sorry for that. Hi, Sir Mel. How are you?
I'm fine, ma'am.
Really very comprehensive of you, sir. Daghan kayong salamat. And I'm really very happy to get into a recap of our discussion regarding LMS. It really is very intricate. And thank you very much, sir, for the time. All right. So that was Sir Milan. Yeah. Thank you very much, sir. That was Sir Melanio R. Florina Jr., our Senior High School Master Teacher 1 of Pablo Lorenzo National High School, for giving us the thorough details in getting to know about the Learning Management System, a look into the Moodle LMS. Hello everyone and maayong udto kaninyong tanan. Hello, Dakbayan sa Davao. Once again, you are watching the cluster training of teachers on the Learning Management System of the Department of Education, Division of Davao City, Clusters 1 and 3. By the way, this is Christine Joy C. Cabahog. All right. So by the way, we have here the pre-test link and also the YouTube link will be provided to you after the session. So here it is. You have here the link on your screen. That's day 1 p.m. YouTube link, courtesy of https://bit.ly/2XGK3Y and capital letter L. All right. So again, once you're watching the cluster training of teachers on the Learning Management System of the Department of Education, Division of Davao City for clusters 1 and 3. And kung nagtataka kayo, nasaan pala si Sir Jed? Sir Jed needs to go for he also was called for another speaking engagement in another training. So talking about the LMS, by the way, it really is one of the initiatives of DepEd for the new normal that we really have to adapt. And listening to Sir Mel, talagang kailangan nating i-take note ang bawat steps at procedures sa ating pagmaneuver sa learning management system. Pero kung hindi man kayo nakasunod sa run-through ng LMS this time, you can still view this video later on dahil automatic po na recorded ang webinar natin sa CTOT. That's courtesy of YouTube. And since it's already lunchtime, for the information of everyone, our open forum will be done in the afternoon. So we can invite all the speakers to answer all your questions and clarifications. By the way, pala mga kaibigan, we will be having another attendance link in the afternoon session. So keep yourself posted for further announcements when we resume our live broadcast this afternoon at exactly 1 p.m. I repeat, 1 p.m. Also, reminder lang po, please use your complete name when you key in your attendance. Dahil kung hindi, automatic po magdededuct ang number of hours in your certificate of participation. Again, please use your complete name. Kaya, tara, sama-sama sa pagsulong ng edukalidad, addressing the challenge of quality basic education. Hashtag sulong edukalidad, hashtag Abante Clusters 1 and 3. I'm counting down to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. See you then!